When it comes to investing, nothing feels better than buying a stock at the 52-week low, watching it go back to a previous price target and reaping the benefits. However, not every single stock that hits a 52-week low ever returns to its previous 52-week high. In fact, a lot of the times we can get caught up in investing in poor stocks that are primarily trading at their 52-week lows for good reason. In this week's bull versus bear case episode, I'm going to be going over TELUS, which is a company that is kind of in the dumps right now, along with the other telecom options because of the interest rate environment, rising competition, things like that. So I'm going to tackle the bull case, the bear case, and my overall thoughts on this company in just 5 minutes. And as always, everybody, if you want my portfolio, my returns, I'm communicating with over 1,000 people on our Discord. Plus, you get all those other features of premium, including all of my research. That is in the description, along with a ton of free case studies you can sign up for. It takes just seconds. They're absolutely free, but let's dive right into the video. So what is TELUS? They are a Canadian telecom player, but they're built much differently than the other two telecoms like BCE and Rogers. While BCE and Rogers have heavy media divisions, advertising, things like that, TELUS tends to focus on faster growing verticals in terms of its T-Tech segment, in the fact that it has TELUS Agriculture, TELUS International. I believe they rebranded it to TELUS Digital now. They have TELUS Health, things like that. So they do have a broader business model that has helped it kind of withstand a lot of this volatility and provide a lot better operational results over the other two telecom companies. Now, don't get me wrong, the company has struggled. It just hasn't struggled as bad. So they own, I believe it's around 30 to 33% of the Canadian telecom market. So the bull case for this company, what exactly is the bull case? Well, first off, it does provide a relatively attractive dividend yield. Now, if you know me and have watched the videos over the last couple of years, read my content, you know I am not one that focuses on dividend yield in isolation whatsoever, but I do attribute it to the fact that it is a portion of total return. And at today's yields of 7.5% plus some relatively attractive valuations, there could be a chance that TELUS is in a bit of a cyclical bottom here. The stock price should continue to move upwards on expanding free cash flows, and ultimately that 7.5% dividend could be accompanied with, mid-single digit returns in terms of share price. These companies do utilize capital a lot. It is a capital intensive industry. They need to take on a lot of debt. So when that debt was cheaper, ultimately earnings were higher because there was not as much financing costs. So earnings have taken a hit, but the other main bull thesis here is free cash flow expansion. If we look to a chart of TELUS's free cash flow generation, we can see that during December 2021, 2022, 2023, free cash flow kind of dipped. And that is because they were rolling out a lot of infrastructure expansion over these years. They were taking advantage of low interest rates, a lot of capital spend, things like that. And ultimately, that caused free cash flow to be much lower than it typically is. However, if we look to 2023, 2024, and the trailing 12 months, we can see that there is free cash flow expansion here. And I do believe this is one of the main bull theses for TELUS, is the fact that that free cash flow is going to continue to expand as interest rates and bond yields come down. They should be able to refinance their debt a little bit cheaper, which should ultimately help the bottom line. And in addition to that, they're not going to roll out as many capital expenditures, which will improve this free cash flow as well. There's not much growth here from a top and bottom line perspective, but I do believe that there could be valuation expansion here if free cash flow continues to grow. And what I mean by that is the market might start to pay more on a price to free cash flow basis for TELUS than they would, say, over the last few years when the company had really struggled. So the bear case. The bear case is going to be heavy competition, primarily within the top three players. As we look to the chart here, we can see ARPU. This is average revenue per user on its mobile segment. We can see post-pandemic, particularly right now, the company is struggling to keep up generating enough revenue from an individual mobile client. This has continued to trend downward, and it's definitely a concern. And the other bear case here we can see is highlighted in the overall churn churn rates. So this would be the people that are churning from TELUS and maybe heading elsewhere. We can see that this dropped quite heavily during the pandemic, but as we come up to 2022, 2023, in the last 12 months, it's beginning to accelerate. The final case I'll go over here is the company does not grow very much whatsoever. I mean, most of these telecoms are growing at a 2 to 3% pace every year. The main reason to purchase TELUS would be on that valuation expansion element there. The competition in the space is only going to ramp up. So I don't really think TELUS is going to be able to navigate here to outsize growth in terms of top and bottom line. I do think it's going to come from that reduction in capital expenditures, increased free cash flows. So my overall thoughts, I do like the company right now. I actually have bought quite a bit at the lows here on a multi-year hold. And I say that because most of my positions are long-term. I plan to buy and never sell, but TELUS, I am buying it based on a multi-year valuation expansion situation here. I don't really think this company is all that good of a long-term hold anymore. The environment has just changed substantially in terms of competition, debt, industry outlook, things like that. So I'm not buying this to hold it for the next decade or two. I'm buying it to effectively benefit from that excess free cash flow generation that they should realize in the coming years. And then I look to kind of move on from my position. So everybody, that's it for the video. As always, head down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what stock you want to go over next. And if we hit 20,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away some Stocktrades Premium subscriptions on the channel. You got to be a subscriber. You have to have made a comment, and I'll pick some random comments when we do hit 20K. And as always, there is free case studies in the description below. Absolutely free. Going to help you become a better investor. And we'll see you next time for more great Canadian content.